Okay, hello everyone. My name is Muzami Putra, and today I will be presenting my assignment for this translation subject. So the novels studied for this assignment are Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen and its translated version in Bahasa Melayu, Angkuh dan Prasangka by Ilni Fazrita Farid. So in executing this assignment, what I did was I read the books intermittently from the English text first, followed by the Malay text, chapter by chapter. By reading the English text first, followed by the Malay language, it is easier for me to establish that English is the source language and Malay is the target language. And then I started referring to the notes in my translation classes to identify the translation issues and differences. The first issue is expansion, a translation method. The phrase menemani di sisi or to be by one side is not used to describe the wife in the source language. The sentence in the source text is in the very first sentence of Pride and Prejudice, and it is one of the most well-known and iconic sentence in literature. Therefore, it is safe to theorize that the translator feels that she needs to use the expansion so that the target text would sound just as impactful as the original text. The second issue is adaptation, translation method. The translator used adaptation to completely create a new context to translate the joke in the source text. In the English version, the character is doing a satirical joke. Despite describing the person horribly, the character claims that she has no opinions of that person. The same style cannot be applied in the target text because Malay speakers rarely do satirical jokes like this. It sounds more natural if the joke is adapted into a straightforward claim. Saya tidak berkenan dengannya, or I don't like her. Although the joke is not translated, the idea remains the same. The character does not like the person she's talking about. The third issue is deletion, translation method. In the text, the word five is not translated into the target text. It is safe to say that the word is not translated because it is already established in the first two chapters of the novels that Mrs. Bennet has five daughters. Therefore, it is redundant for the translator to state it again. The fourth issue is figurative meaning, a semantic approach. In this text, more fashion than fortune is translated as lebih sudu daripada kuah. Both expressions have nothing to do with fashions or spoons or gravy, but the meaning retains. Both expressions are idioms to describe the character who behaves more than his capabilities, more than he is capable. The translator manages to find an idiomatic expression in the target language that is equivalent to the expression in the source language and retain its figurative style. The fifth issue, which is literal translation, is also a translation method. In this example, each English word is directly translated, word for word, into the Malay text. This translation method is possibly the most accurate way to translate the text, but this method is limited by grammar and figurative expression. The final issue is transposition, which is also a translation method. In the text above, the noun chance is translated as the verb berpeluang. Meanwhile, the noun happiness is translated as the adjective bahagia. The translator uses transposition rather than literal translation because mempunyai peluang untuk kebahagiaan sounds more unnatural and unnecessarily longer than berpeluang untuk bahagia. In conclusion, the translator Ilni Fazrita Farid uses many translation methods and semantic approaches in order to convey Jane Austen's story and message properly. And it should be noted that in translation, especially in creative writing, that meanings and message are the most important thing, not the literal meaning. That will be all from me. Thank you.